Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a poor but honest and hard-working farmer. He toiled from dawn till dusk on his small plot of land, tending to his crops and livestock. Despite his backbreaking labor, he remained poor, but his honesty and kindness were legendary. One day, as he was working in his field, he heard a distressed cry. Looking around, he saw a large bird entangled in some bushes at the edge of his property. As the farmer approached, he could see that it was a beautiful white goose, and its wing was caught in a tangle of thorns. With gentle hands, he freed the bird from its thorny prison. The goose, upon regaining its freedom, did not fly away. Instead, it walked up to the farmer and bowed its head as if in gratitude. To his astonishment, the goose transformed into a beautiful fairy with gossamer wings shimmering in the sunlight. Startled but polite, the farmer asked her, "How can I help you?" The fairy looked at him with eyes filled with gratitude and said, "I am a fairy, and I was trapped in this form by an evil spell. You have done me a great service by freeing me, and for that I am eternally grateful." Then the fairy continued, "As a token of my gratitude and appreciation, I would like to grant you a reward, something to make your life a little easier and better." The farmer, taken aback by the sudden turn of events, thought for a moment. He had worked hard his whole life, and honestly, all he wanted was to live a comfortable life without worrying about the next meal or his family's welfare. So, without hesitation, he asked the fairy for a golden goose that would lay golden eggs every day, providing him and his family with unending riches. The fairy waved her magic wand and poof, a golden goose appeared in the farmer's hands. Overjoyed, the farmer thanked the fairy profusely and immediately set about collecting the golden eggs. At first, he was delighted with his good fortune. But soon greed began to take hold of him. He started thinking about how much money he could make if he had more geese, or if he could sell these eggs in the neighboring villages and make an even fortune. He went back to the spot where he had met the fairy, hoping she would grant him more geese, or perhaps even more gold. But alas, the fairy was nowhere to be seen. The farmer waited, hoping against hope that she would appear, but his wait was in vain. Disappointed and dejected, he returned home, clutching his golden goose. From that day on, the farmer became consumed with his greed. He neglected his fields, his animals, and his family, all in the hopes of making more money. But sadly, the golden goose laid only one golden egg a day, and that was not enough to satisfy his greed. One day, the farmer decided to kill the goose, thinking that if he had its golden eggs inside it, he would surely have more gold. But when he cut open the goose, he found no golden eggs. Just then the fairy appeared before him, and seeing the dead goose, she was furious. "You ungrateful wretch," she exclaimed, "I gave you a golden goose that would ensure your family's prosperity for generations, and you killed it out of greed." Then, with a wave of her magic wand, she turned the farmer into a frog and banished him to the lake near his field. And so the moral of this story is, be content with what you have and don't let greed consume you, for it can lead to your downfall. The farmer could have remained rich and happy till his death if he hadn't been greedy and boastful. But that's the thing about greed. It never lets you be happy with what you have. Instead, it makes you want more and more, which ultimately leads to your destruction.